Everybody, Wolfie here. Just wanted to do a quick video to show you something that I'm excited about taking on the Appalachian Trail with me as part of my thru hike. It's not essential gear, but it's something I'm interested in doing. So, and actually I was searching on Etsy and came across it as one of the recommendations, but it's this here. I got some screenshots. We're going to go over it. I'm going to give you my thoughts on it, about why I'm excited about doing it. But it's the Appalachian Trail Companion. It's a journal that you can carry with you. It's not lightweight. Even the maker of it says, it's not lightweight. It's not waterproof, so I'll be carrying it in a baggie. But I'm still excited to take it with me. And one of the main reasons is if I was to try to do it on my own, but just putting stuff in a notebook, my chicken scratch and thoughts would be everywhere. This would just help me consolidate those thoughts. There's two different versions of this. This one is basically just the scaled down version. There's enough entries in it for 169 days out there on the trail. There's another version of this that actually is more for riders. But we'll talk about those differences as we're going through the pages of this one. And there'll be links below where you can go out there on Etsy. Currently, this one's sold out. I'm not sure if there's going to be any more of them, but this one's sold out. But the writers ones, there was still a few available at the time of this recording. Anyway, let's get into it and we'll talk about this. So let's go over this really quick. So this is a paperback book. It is 5.8 inches wide by 8.3 inches tall. And this version weighs about 8 ounces. The writer's version has more pages in it and weighs about 12 ounces. So it's not for the ultralight, but for somebody like me, it'll help me really organize my thoughts. So as we open up the book, it's got your standard page, who's it belong to. Got a place for your trail name, phone number, an email address in case you lose this somewhere along the trail and maybe you have a chance to get it back. It's got a quick how to use. So this gets right into the meat of everything. And it's got this map here, and where it's tailored to the AT, makes it really nice. It's got places to enter days for the quarter-way, the halfway, the three-quarter-way, and summit day. And then it's got this thermometer style gauge where you can fill it in as you go, so you can see, your progress. I think what I'll probably do is I'll probably do the 100, the 200, and then write the dates along with that there. And then it starts to go in the things where you start actually writing. These are things about before you hike, and it starts out. It's like, what's your whys? What are your goals for this hike? Give you space for 3 of them. What will you do on days that test you? How do you think you feel when you're standing on top of Katahdin? What will it mean to you? And then it talks about your inspiration here, and your standard checklist about things that you're putting in your pack, and a place with your start weight and your end base weight. And as you cross these things out, as you've switched them out, you kept them, or you've just gotten rid of them completely. And then it really gets into the meat of the book here. Now, for me, this is perfect. Since I'm going to be vlogging my trip, I'll have that record of things there, and I'm not a huge writer. I can't get my thoughts to run in the literary sense. But for me, the day one, which, if I was trying to use a standard journal, this would just be like, it wouldn't be like this. I would have to put this down, the date. I can circle the state I'm in, the location where I started and or mileage, and the location where I ended. The weather, which is kind of standard across these, and anybody I hiked with. And then just 3 questions about to recap your day. Today I was grateful for, the best part of today, and the worst part of the day. And then for this book, there is 169 entries. and I'm hoping that it won't take me 169 days to complete the trail unless I take time off. And that's the majority of the book, but there are other sections that are here. And it gets into records and milestones. So there's what, I guess it's 168 days. Some trail records here. Trail records here, like coldest day on trail, hottest day on trail, longest stretch of rain, longest days, hours spent hiking, longest day in miles, most elevation gained in a single day, things like that are answered. And then the best of the trail, like, best meal on trail, best meal in a town, best trail town, best 0 day, best sunset, best sunrise, best podcast and book if you listen to, and a few of the worst, like worst meal, worst day of hiking, worst hostel, and wackiest trail encounter. And then you got a checklist for trail bucket list, and they give you some examples here. And some of the ones I know are on my list already, and most of our list already will be on here, like camp at the Warwick Drive-In, stealth camp completely solo. I do that all the time now. Blue blaze at least once. Confess it to priest. Shelter trail log. Order a pizza from a shelter where you can. Deli hop, and then any of the things that you have. And then it's got a checklist here about things that you saw on the trail, like snakes, bear, beaver, moose, skunk, deer. Challenges, the 4-state challenge, hike a marathon, half-gallon challenge, different challenges, and then it gives you some games on trail. Gives you a crossword puzzle, word search, and a couple Sudokus for those rainy days. And then it talks about reflection, and the first part of reflection, you continue the reflections before you hike as you get closer to your start day. It's what are your fears? What do you want to leave the trail different from where you are now? Quarter-way reflections, halfway reflections, 3/4-way reflections, and then your summit day reflections, followed by your post-trail reflections. And then some extra pages for if I do feel like writing. And then the answer key, which you shouldn't look at ahead of time. And then this is pretty cool, I thought, at the end. It's a trail yearbook for the class of, and in my case, it'll be class of 2025. And this is where people can come in and sign your journal with their trail name, their real name, give you their contact information, and then give you a little note in their signature. And there's several pages of those. But that completes it. And I'm pretty excited about taking this along with me. I think it'll be worth the extra 8 ounces, not counting the pen. Some of the questions that they have out there on the place where you can order this on Etsy is it waterproof? And no, it's not. Waterproof paper is expensive. It drive up the cost. I thought the price that I paid, I can't quite remember. I'll put it on screen. But the price that I paid was really reasonable. And if you really want the waterproof, I plan on keeping mine in a bag anyway, with probably the pen that I'm going to be using to write it in, and any other pieces of paper that I want to keep safe and dry. So, that's pretty much it. I thought this, when I saw it, I was looking for a journal to keep track of mileage on a day-to-day basis and start and stop points. And I think doing it on paper would be a good way for me to do it. I mean, I can do it on my phone too, but I think I would be more apt at the end of the day to get this out and make it a routine, a part of my day, to relax and just write down some things. And for additional whatever I have on the videos that I'll be taking. But definitely check us out. I contacted the person that's selling this. They were sold out except for one writer's journal in stock, but they plan to get more in August for this season, so they should be available sometime in August, and that's August of 2025. Definitely check it out. I don't get anything from this. I just thought it was a great product. But definitely go out, check it out. You could adapt this through other, something else besides the AT. But I think there's some of those out there, for Pacific Crest Trail at least, that I've seen too. But anyway, please like, subscribe, and you'll see my other gear videos as I get closer to trail and some of my other hikes that I'm going on to prepare. So, as I'd like to say, TTFN, ta-ta for now, and I'll see you down the trail.